Hi, this is Jon from Dissection. You're listening to What's Metal Radio Show. All right. Yeah, I want to congratulate you for having your 200 shows and keep up the good work.
7 years ago, I saw you last time with Gods of Darkness Festival, and a lot of things have happened in between. We don't have the time to speak about each point that happened, but maybe you say what has changed mainly in the overall scene.
It's amazing to see all the people that have been waiting for Dissection to come back, and all the people coming out to our shows and supporting us in every way, and it's a big honor. For us, for Dissection, the scene is better than ever, and as far as I see the metal scene in general, it's very big still, and I see that metal is coming back in a big way.
Dissection always stood for a satanic kind of band, but I believe you have brightened this concept to another perspective, and if I see you with this jacket, this MLO warrior sign, that's something that has to do with your new concept. Maybe you can tell us a little bit of this.
Yeah, well, I think the concept in essence has always been the same for Dissection. It's a satanic concept with channeling the chaotic powers, the primeval powers before the creation of everything. And this primeval powers that Dissection is all about, musically and lyrically. And whereas in the beginning it might have been expressed in a certain way, we still keep the essence today. So it's just a matter of the way you express the same feelings and the same thoughts, but with new words perhaps sometimes. And as you also get older, you get a different perspective. In the beginning it might be a bit more primitive, but the rebellious element and the aggressive element is still the same.
Is it something that your other bandmates also support and carry, this conceptual idea?
The main important thing when putting together the rebirth of Dissection was to be able to stand fully behind the concept of Dissection, because this is what we feel, and this is a reflection of our inner spirit.
So was it difficult to find such people who have that knowledge?
I think it's a matter of meeting the right people who carry the fire inside of themselves.
Yeah, but you couldn't meet anyone when you were in prison, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's well, we have been very lucky, of course, but it was a long road to get there. It started when advertised on the website for members to complete a new lineup, and we got lots of videotapes, lots of CDs, lots of mail and lots of letters from people who wanted to join the band. So, but when it actually came to a practical situation where we would rehearse and where we would meet with the members we have today, it worked out directly in this situation.
So they really contribute song material to the new songs on the new album of Dissection?
Since the new material was written before we put the new lineup together, they didn't contribute in the songwriting as such, but they contribute with their own spirit while bringing the new music to life in a rehearsal situation and when playing it. Because it's a big difference between writing music and putting it on tape and then playing it together as a band with 4 individuals, contributing with their own spirit and with their own emotions in their playing style. This way the new material have been elevating to a higher level with all the new members giving their strength into the songs.
And that couldn't be fulfilled with the old lineup. at least still any contact to people of the old lineup?
Yeah, I'm still in contact with both John, Ole and Peter, which are good friends of mine. We all went different ways in our lives, and when it came to Ole and John, they were both they left Dissection many years ago, and the final lineup we had before my arrest was split up in '97. So the rebirth of Dissection is a new phase of Dissection.
Leave some words about the music. So I listened to your first single output you made, and it's really difficult to compare to the old material. So how would you characterize and describe your new music?
Anti-cosmic metal of death.
That's a spiritual description, and the musical?
Definitely musical and spiritual, because we play the metal of death. The concept is anti-cosmic, and for us this is about the essence of the band. We don't limit ourselves to any specific forms when writing music. On Storm of the Light's Bane we picked influence from folk music, we picked influences from classical music, because if we would put limits or boundaries on ourselves, the music would be dead. But it's Dissection 7 years later, and the single song is one song out of 11 coming for the next album, and they are all different parts of a whole album concept.
Do you think the people need to know about this spiritual concept to understand the music in the right way?
For me, music is all about feeling, and I think it's up to the listener to feel the music in any way he or she likes to do, or how it comes naturally. And I think to feel music is emotion. To be able to feel it, you don't need any, education. You don't need any pre-learned knowledge. You just have to get into the music and feel it. That's all.
So you have had your comeback show a few days ago in Stockholm in front of 3,000 people, if I'm right.
It was unbelievable. It was incredible. It was such a massive energy to meet the people, to play the songs again live, and to see the massive support of everybody who came to the show from all parts of the world, and to celebrate the return of Dissection. To me, this is a dream come true, because for so many years this was just a dream, and it was very distant. So now when it finally happens, from one day to another I'm being a free man, and that is something that is very hard to describe, because it feels very unreal. It feels too good to be true.
Did you have the wish to turn back time to do things different?
I have to be very realistic and realize that that is not possible. And all the things that you do have consequences. And if the consequences are not repairable, then you cannot change it. So you have to do the best of the situation and take the consequences for your actions, which I feel is the only way.